Africa in scramble. Tell me who's gonna configure it. Despite all its resources, majority in poverty. Compromise and greed jeopardizing its economy. Selfishness and hate the order of the society. So I'm here to ask Africans what is happening. Who do we blame for lack of the economic prosperity? The masses, the system, or the self-centered leadership? Disunity or neocolonialism? I got too many questions to ask everyone who's listening. How come we're so blessed but we still live poor? Way too religious but still far from the Lord? Natural resources but no one to explore? What's standing in the way of our own development? Why the limitations in spite of all the empowerment? Still third world despite the mineral endowment? Why are we the only beggar continent on the planet? Over 50 years of independence, nothing to show for. We claim to be independent, but we're still dependent on nations. For the cars, the shoes, the makeups we wear on, the phones, the internet, and even security weapons. A lot not to mention. So tell me, what's the use of the large population when it's failed to increase the economic stature, leaving majority in hunger and starvation? And deep in our minds, we are of a classic distinction, with no creation, no origination, just imitation. Our mental store is filled with the media's infection. We've abandoned our traditions and embraced their religion. Our students are more engaged in theoretical digestion, convocation yearly, jobless accumulation. Way too many professors, but still no invention. Ignorance has disadvantaged our positions. Eurocentrism has kicked away our ethics. Authenticity, it's so far from our practice, hindering one another. That's where our energy focus. Impotence in all our economic productions. Superstition has diluted all our religions. It's causing confusion, even detriment in our future. And now we put beggars from every nation. What a thing to be ashamed of. Tell me, what's the solution? Despite all the foreign aids, we're still in shambles. And instead of fix our problem, we'd rather debate and argue. That's a waste of our IQ. How long shall we all continue to rumble? In the midst of abundance, we are complaining of scarcity, the presence of wealth, but yet we are living in penury. We possess the gold, the iron, and steel, diamond, copper, uranium, and tin, to name but a few. Yet none of these resources have been used for our good. But we've been made to consume only what they produce. For so long, we've been used and abused. In the eyes of the world, we are nothing but schnooks. It's why they're in front while we're locked in the booth. Please open your eyes and open your minds. We've suffered a great deal. We've been oppressed way too much. We've been treated like chickens. We've been so programmed to be complacent with suffering. And all of this has happened because we don't know our roots. We don't read our books. We don't know our what. So we've been made to think that our race is the worst. And now every one of us feel being black is whack. So we throw away our culture to be eaten by vultures. We've made to believe all of the nonsense they taught us. Now look where it's brought us. Nowhere but backwards. But it's time for a turnaround, to stop being dumping grounds of developed nations and quit being subject of charitable compassion. Enough of that nonsense. From the depth of my heart, I'm here pleading with y'all. Let us rise from the south, west, east, and the north. Let self-reliance be the new African song, on the lips of the poor, rich, old, and the young, and become a new Africa united as one. Let unity weld us into a dominant force, commanding great respect from every part of the world, adopting a system of Pan-African nature, highly indigenous and rooted deep in our culture. Let's embrace agriculture. Let the population all over begin to function. Let's domesticate activities and support invention. Let's erase corruption and build a new reputation. And in the words of Kwame Nkrumah, Africa is not poor, just Africans poor. Together, we can make Africa great again. The fulfillment of Kwame Nkrumah's dream.
Hello my people, I am Great Dave, a very good spoken word artist, and I'm sure that you just enjoyed what you just watched. And if you're enjoying what I'm doing and you like what I'm doing, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and also share my work everywhere. I'll be bringing a whole lot of good spoken words, a lot of things to talk about, and I hope you stay tuned. Hit the notification button just so immediately I drop, you get notified. I'll be bringing you a whole lot of very sound, good, knowledgeable, impactful, insightful packages. Stay tuned and see you next time.